This is the message you've been waiting for. Your cosmic heads up before tomorrow's energetic shift unfolds in full force. Take a breath, because what's stirring in the heavens isn't random, and it isn't subtle. Between April 20th and April 24th, we're entering a portal of emotional, spiritual, and energetic transformation. If you've been walking through life half awake, the universe is gently but firmly placing its hands on your shoulders and turning you to face what you've been avoiding. You're not meant to sleepwalk through this chapter. This is the moment where awareness becomes your greatest ally. There's a sense that something deep is beginning to stir, not just above us in the cosmic dance of planets and stars, but within us, too. It's not just planetary shifts, it's soul-level recalibration. The moon's passage through Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn within just a few days creates a cosmic choreography that asks us to be both fluid and grounded, raw and resilient, open and discerning. And if you're someone who feels the energy around you before it even touches down, then you probably already sense this swelling undercurrent building in the air like a wave preparing to break. April 20th marks the beginning of this energetic portal, and it opens with the moon's entry into Scorpio, a sign known for its emotional depth, spiritual insight, and transformative power. Scorpio doesn't skim the surface, it dives, it excavates. It brings things to light that have been long buried beneath layers of fear, pride, protection, or forgetfulness. As this lunar energy takes hold, you may find yourself suddenly remembering things you haven't thought about in years. You might feel strangely emotional over something you thought you had healed. But none of this is happening to punish or confuse you. It's all part of the cosmic process of truth and transformation. Scorpio energy is the universe's way of saying, look here, don't turn away. It's an invitation, a sometimes uncomfortable one, to look at yourself, your patterns, your shadows, and your truths. And while that might sound heavy, it's also deeply empowering. Because what's being revealed now isn't new. It's just finally being acknowledged. These aren't foreign feelings or ideas being forced on you. They're parts of yourself that have been waiting patiently to be seen and held. During this time, you might feel more intuitive than usual. Your gut may feel louder, your dreams more intense, your emotional sensitivity dialed all the way up. That's the Scorpio moon turning on the lights in your inner world. Don't ignore those nudges, those feelings, those passing thoughts that won't let go. They're not here by accident. They're messengers, some from your higher self, some from unresolved emotions, and some from the universe itself. Pay attention to what you're feeling drawn to explore. If your soul is nudging you toward something, even if it doesn't make sense yet, trust that there's wisdom in that pull. And while all of this is unfolding internally, something powerful is also happening on the cosmic stage. The sun enters Taurus. This may seem like a subtle shift, but it brings an earthy grounding presence that offers a beautiful counterbalance to Scorpio's deep waters. Think of it as standing barefoot in the soil while a storm brews above. You're connected, anchored, and aware. Taurus encourages you to breathe deeply, to find calm in the chaos, to make peace with what is, even as you stretch toward what's becoming. But let's not forget the solar storm energy that continues to pulse through our atmosphere. This adds a layer of cosmic electricity to the mix, a hum of energy that heightens everything. Solar storms interact with our energy fields, often stirring up spiritual awakenings, emotional releases, or heightened synchronicities. You might feel more sensitive, more tired, more wired, or more aware. It's all part of the energetic cocktail being poured over these days. When we step into April 21st and 22nd, the moon slides into Sagittarius, and suddenly there's a noticeable shift in frequency. The emotional depths of Scorpio give way to Sagittarius's expansive spirit, and you may feel your heart lift and your mind crave more. This is the moment in the journey where the emotional fog begins to clear, and you can start to see your path with more clarity. Sagittarius energy brings a hunger for truth, adventure, and meaning. It's the part of your soul that wants to stretch beyond the limitations you've placed on yourself and ask, what else is out there for me? You might feel a sudden urge to learn, to explore, to break free from old beliefs that no longer resonate. This isn't just a whimsical curiosity, it's your soul seeking alignment with a higher version of your truth. Take time to reflect on what you truly believe, not just what you've inherited or been told. Where are you holding on to outdated versions of yourself? Where are you shrinking to stay safe? Sagittarius invites you to break free, not recklessly, but courageously. During these days, you may also feel pulled toward new philosophies, spiritual practices, or even distant lands, either physically or within your imagination. It's your inner fire being rekindled, your spirit remembering that you're not here just to survive. You're here to expand. Let yourself dream. Let yourself wonder. Let yourself believe that more is possible. Then comes April 23rd and 24th, and the moon enters Capricorn, a grounded, earthy sign that brings structure, responsibility, and resilience into the mix. At first, this energy may feel like a tightening. After the emotional vulnerability of Scorpio and the expansive dreaming of Sagittarius, Capricorn pulls you back down to earth and says, okay, now what are you going to do with all this? It's the part of the journey where inspiration meets accountability, where dreams need a plan, where emotional insight becomes practical action. Capricorn's influence can feel like pressure, but it's sacred pressure. It's the force that shapes coal into diamonds, the fire that tempers steel. You may feel tested. Old triggers might resurface, or you might find yourself questioning whether you're strong enough to carry all that's being revealed. But here's the truth. You are. These aren't tests meant to break you. They're initiations meant to strengthen you. Capricorn moon energy invites you to hold steady, to show up for yourself in ways you haven't before, to set boundaries where needed, to create systems that support your growth, to keep going even when it feels uncomfortable. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about choosing to stay present even when it's easier to shut down. It's about rooting into your own strength and saying, I can do this. All throughout this week, you might notice synchronicities, a song that feels like a message, a stranger saying something that feels like it was meant for you, a repeated number, or a dream that lingers. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. The universe speaks in signs, and when you're attuned, you begin to see them everywhere. Follow them. Let them guide you. Let them remind you that you are not alone in this journey. This isn't just a stretch of emotional turbulence. It's a cosmic checkpoint, a divine invitation to recalibrate your life, to realign with your truth, and to recommit to your soul's path. The choices you make this week, what you lean into, what you release, what you own, and what you resist, will echo into the next chapter of your life. You're being asked to rise, to stop pretending you're small, to stop waiting for a sign that it's your time. This is it. The portal is open, the energy is rising, and you're ready. So take a moment for yourself. Right now, wherever you are, pause, look up at the sky, or close your eyes and turn inward. Feel your breath. Feel your heart beating. Know that in this moment, you are exactly where you need to be. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real, because it's yours, because your soul chose this time for a reason. If you're feeling this shift and you're ready to move with it, not against it, let the universe know. Declare it, speak it aloud, write it down, share it, whisper to the wind, yes, I'm in this. It might seem small, but intention is a powerful force. You are signaling to the cosmos that you are ready to ride this wave, to grow through what you're going through, and to become more than you've allowed yourself to be. Return to the beginning, April 20th. Feel that moment when Scorpio's moon rises and everything within you starts to stir. That's not fear, it's awakening. It's aliveness. Let it move you. Let it shake you free. Let it reveal the truth that's been waiting beneath the surface. You are not too much. You are not behind. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. And as you walk through these days ahead, through the shadows, through the clarity, through the grounding, know that transformation isn't a lightning strike. It's a quiet unfolding. It's the decision to keep showing up, to keep feeling, to keep believing. One breath at a time. Let's dive deep together, beautiful soul. The Taurus sun is rising, and the Scorpio moon is calling. This is your moment. Not just a fleeting window of time, but a sacred invitation from the universe to pause, to feel, and to reconnect with what's true and alive within you. As we step into April 20th, 2025, we do so under a sky that's alive with contrast and conversation. The sun has just crossed the threshold into grounded, sensual Taurus. And while that in itself is a moment of calm, steadiness, and return to simplicity, there's a charged current flowing beneath the surface. Solar storms ripple across the cosmos, stirring the invisible energy fields that touch both our planet and our inner landscapes. It's a fascinating paradox. The slow, earthy embrace of Taurus and the sudden, unpredictable jolt of solar activity. Together, they create a beautiful tension, a kind of cosmic dance that asks us to ground deeply and awaken fully, all at once. This Taurus energy is a balm for the soul. After the fiery spark of Aries season, where everything feels urgent and new, Taurus steps in like a wise, grounded guide, reminding us that growth doesn't always come from rushing ahead. Sometimes it's found in slowing down, in stillness, in deep, soulful presence. The sun in Taurus calls you back to the simple pleasures, the aroma of something baking in the oven, the soft texture of a blanket on your skin, the rich taste of dark chocolate melting slowly on your tongue. It reminds you that the body is sacred, and the earth is not just a place we walk on. It's a home that holds us in every moment. Let yourself land here for a while. Let yourself sink into this space where time slows down and the noise fades. Ask yourself, not with urgency, but with gentleness, what do I really need to feel nourished? What rhythms support my well-being? What relationships, habits, or environments truly help me feel safe, seen, and whole? These questions are at the heart of Taurus's medicine. And in the stillness, the answers will come, not through analysis or strategy, but through feeling. You might find them in your garden or during a long bath. You might find them as you sit quietly with your journal, or as you lie on the earth, watching the clouds pass overhead. Taurus teaches us that life isn't something to chase, it's something to savor. And in that savoring, in that grounded awareness, we come home to ourselves. But just as we begin to root down, to deepen into this rich soil of being, the solar storms bring a flash of electricity to the mix. These bursts of cosmic energy, often unseen but deeply felt, can stir our emotions, disrupt our sleep, and illuminate parts of ourselves we've kept hidden. It's like the universe flicking the lights on in a room you've kept dim. Suddenly, you can see the details you hadn't noticed before. There's beauty in that kind of revelation, but also discomfort. Because when you see more clearly, you can no longer pretend not to know. That's the power of this moment. It doesn't just invite rest, it also insists on truth. The solar storms act like divine catalysts, shaking loose anything that's stagnant or stuck. And when this intensity meets the deep emotional waters of the Scorpio moon, the result is a kind of spiritual excavation. You may find yourself confronting feelings you thought you had long buried. Old grief might resurface. Long-held fears or insecurities could bubble to the top, not to punish you, but to be healed, held, and finally released. This isn't about dramatic upheaval. It's about sacred honesty. And with the stabilizing energy of Taurus beneath you, you have the support you need to face these revelations with grace. You don't need to rush to fix or change everything. Sometimes it's enough to simply acknowledge what's there, to feel it fully, to listen without judgment, and to trust that in doing so you're moving closer to alignment, closer to your truth. You might notice this tension playing out in your daily life. Maybe it looks like wanting to spend a quiet day in nature, only to have your emotions suddenly pulled into a challenging conversation, or unexpected conflict. Maybe it feels like a strong desire to simplify your life, while simultaneously being confronted by complex decisions you've been avoiding. The key is not to resist either side of the spectrum. You can hold both. You can be both the grounded Taurus and the awakened seeker that the solar storms demand you become. This balance is where the magic lies. When you allow yourself to root down while staying open to growth, you become a vessel for real transformation. Not the kind that burns everything down, but the kind that patiently reshapes you from the inside out. The kind that's sustainable, real, lasting. To move through this energy with grace, prioritize grounding practices. Not just as something to check off a list, but as sacred rituals of remembrance. Let yourself walk barefoot on the earth, not just for the sake of earthing, but to feel your place in the grand web of life. Let yourself prepare meals with love and intention, knowing that what you consume becomes part of you. Touch the soil with your hands. Water your plants with care. Lie beneath the stars and let them remind you of your smallness and your vastness all at once. Create rituals that remind you of what's real. Light a candle at sunrise and set an intention for the day. Speak to the universe like an old friend. Write down what you're grateful for, and also what you're releasing. Let your practices be gentle but consistent. Let them be acts of devotion, not just to the divine, but to yourself. This blend of Taurus and solar storm energy is a sacred paradox. It's the meeting point of stillness and movement, of earth and fire, of body and spirit. And somewhere within that paradox, you find your path. You remember that you are not here to be perfect or unshakable. You are here to be present, to be real, to feel deeply and still choose peace, to move slowly but live fully. And then we come to the heart. Because all of this energy, the grounding, the revealing, the intensity, is ultimately about love. Not just romantic love, but self-love, soul love. The kind of love that says, even in my mess, I am worthy. The kind that knows you are not broken, you are becoming. The kind that can hold space for joy and sorrow, for clarity and confusion, for peace and unrest. With the Scorpio moon amplifying emotional sensitivity, don't be surprised if you find yourself crying unexpectedly, longing for deep connection, or suddenly aware of emotional wounds you didn't realize you were carrying. Scorpio doesn't shy away from intensity. It dives headfirst into the depths. It asks you to face your truth, to embrace your shadow, and to find empowerment in vulnerability. And paired with the nurturing steadiness of Taurus, this isn't about spiraling into emotional chaos, it's about healing from the roots up. If your heart feels heavy, let it. If tears come, welcome them. You're not falling apart, you're expanding. You're shedding old skins and old stories so you can step into a more authentic version of yourself. Trust the process, even when it's uncomfortable. Especially then, this is your sacred moment, a moment to slow down, to listen, and to honor your becoming. A moment to trust that even in uncertainty, you are held, you are guided, you are supported by forces seen and unseen. So breathe, place your hand on your heart, and feel its rhythm. That steady beat is the song of your life. It carries you through every storm and every stillness. It is your anchor, and it's always bringing you home. In the days ahead, stay close to what matters. Reconnect with nature, with your body, with your breath. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Instead, trust that the shifts happening now are not random. They are purposeful. You are being shaped by something greater, something wiser, something deeply in tune with your soul's evolution. Let Taurus teach you how to rest. Let the solar storms teach you how to awaken. And let the Scorpio moon teach you how to feel. This trio, this holy trinity of cosmic energy, is here to remind you that you are capable of both rootedness and revolution, that you can hold space for stillness and transformation at the same time, that you are, in every moment, a beautiful work in progress. So take a deep breath, beautiful soul. Settle into the richness of this present moment. The earth beneath you is steady. The stars above you are singing. The universe within you is awakening. And you are ready. Ready to grow. Ready to feel. Ready to rise. If you've been burying your dreams, keeping that passion project tucked away in the corners of your mind, or brushing aside that persistent nudge in your gut, telling you it's time for change, this energy is coming in to stir all of that to the surface. It doesn't matter how long you've pushed it down, or how convincingly you've told yourself that now isn't the time. Life has a way of circling back to what matters most. And right now, the universe is knocking at the door of your heart, asking you to listen, to feel, and to finally answer. This isn't just about the big life decisions or the external changes, though those may certainly be part of it. It's also about the quieter truths, the ones we avoid because they're uncomfortable or because they ask something from us we're not sure we're ready to give. Maybe there's a conversation you've been putting off, a feeling you haven't let yourself fully feel, or a reality you've tiptoed around pretending it's not there. But it is, and it's rising. Not to punish you or overwhelm you, but to free you. That inner unease, those mood swings, the sudden emotional flare-ups, they're not random. They're not here to make life more complicated. They're messengers. Each emotional flash, each moment of discomfort is an invitation to get honest with yourself. They're signals from your soul that something deeper is asking to be witnessed. Healing doesn't always arrive wrapped in peace and softness. Sometimes it shows up in the form of chaos that strips away your armor and demands truth. And this is one of those times. One of the most transformational aspects of this energetic moment is its ability to illuminate your emotional triggers. You know those moments when someone says something so small, so seemingly harmless, yet it pierces you like a dart and leaves you reeling? Or when you're going about your day and suddenly a memory emerges out of nowhere, flooding you with sadness, regret, or longing. These aren't coincidences. These are sacred moments. These are breadcrumbs leading you to parts of yourself that are aching to be acknowledged. Instead of brushing them off, try leaning in. Ask yourself gently, why did that hit me so deeply? What part of me needed to hear that, or needed to remember that? Maybe it grazed an old wound, poked at an insecurity, or reminded you of a dream you once had and let go of. These aren't weaknesses. These are portals to your healing. When we're brave enough to look at what hurts with curiosity instead of shame, we unlock the kind of self-awareness that leads to profound growth. This current cosmic climate, charged with the depth of Scorpio, the grounding of Taurus, and the energetic disruptions from the sun, is here to pull you back into alignment with your heart. Life has a way of numbing us, doesn't it? We slip into loops. We wake, work, scroll, sleep, repeat. The days blur together, and slowly we start to feel like we're drifting farther from ourselves, from our passions, from what makes us feel truly alive. But right now, the universe is cracking that routine open. It's saying, wake up, come back to yourself. What have you been yearning for in the quiet spaces of your mind? What keeps nudging at your soul in the stillness before sleep? Maybe it's something you've tried to dismiss as impractical. Maybe it's something that scares you because it feels so big, so different from where you are now. But that dream, that desire, it's not random. It's your soul speaking, and it's time to start listening. Even if all you can do today is whisper that truth to yourself, that's a beginning. The emotional roller coaster you may be riding right now isn't here to unravel you. It's here to reveal you. It's here to strip away the roles, the masks, the expectations, and bring you back to the raw, radiant truth of who you are. So let yourself feel. If the emotions come, let them move through you. If you're angry, let it out. Shout, dance it out. Write it down. If you're grieving, let the tears fall. They are not signs of weakness. They are signs of release, of processing, of aliveness. There is deep medicine in simply being present with yourself. You don't have to fix everything all at once. You don't need to have all the answers. Just be with what is. Sit with your feelings. Place a hand on your heart and ask, what's coming up for me right now? Let your breath guide you back to the present. Let your awareness wrap around the parts of you that feel tender. This small act of presence is incredibly powerful. It creates space. It cultivates clarity. It reconnects you to your center. What's happening now is not a breakdown. It's a breakthrough. The emotional intensity surrounding April 20th is a spiritual spotlight, shining on all the places in you that are ready for expansion. Every moment of discomfort, every surprising tear, every truth that rises to the surface, it's all here with purpose. You're being prepared, not for more chaos or uncertainty, but for your becoming. There's a voice in the universe whispering to you now. You're ready. Ready to face what's been hidden. Ready to tell the truth. Ready to live with more depth, more courage, more authenticity. You're not crumbling, you're evolving. You're remembering who you are beyond the noise, beyond the expectations, beyond the fear. And in that remembering, something beautiful is being born. Be gentle with yourself through this. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to leap into action or force clarity. Just stay open. Be kind. Trust that everything rising is doing so with purpose. You're not alone in this. The universe is walking beside you, guiding you gently back to your truth. This is a turning point, a moment where the layers fall away and your true self begins to shine through. You're not merely surviving the ups and downs, you're learning to navigate them with awareness and strength. And with every step forward, you are shaping a life that reflects your deepest truths. Then, as if by divine timing, the very next day brings a shift. On April 21st, the moon dances into bold, visionary Sagittarius, and the energy takes a sharp turn. It's like someone opens a window and suddenly fresh air rushes in. The heaviness lifts. The emotional fog begins to clear. and in its place, a spark of inspiration ignites. Sagittarius is here to awaken your curiosity, your courage, your appetite for freedom and adventure. It's the energy of the seeker, the wanderer, the soul that craves expansion and truth. You may feel it immediately. A restlessness in your chest, a desire to explore, to break away from monotony, to experience something new. It might be a small tug, like wanting to try a different coffee shop or take a new route home. Or it could be something bigger, a calling to plan a trip, to sign up for a class, to finally start that creative project you've been daydreaming about for years. Whatever form it takes, it's not random. It's your soul, responding to the Sagittarius moon's call to expand. This energy invites you to move, out of your comfort zone, out of stale patterns, out of limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. It's here to show you just how much possibility exists when you let go of the fear that's kept you small. Sagittarius reminds you that you are allowed to want more. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to chase what lights you up. And perhaps most importantly, this moon is a truth seeker. It doesn't shy away from the big questions. It shines a light on your beliefs, your values, your story. It invites you to reflect on what still feels true and what no longer resonates. You might find yourself rethinking your path, your relationships, even your spiritual practices. Not because you're lost, but because you're growing. You're shedding old skins. And in the space they leave behind, new truths can emerge. These revelations might come in unexpected ways. A deep conversation that leaves you buzzing. A podcast or quote that hits right where you needed it. A dream that lingers in your chest all day. These are not accidents. These are downloads, epiphanies, invitations to see life and yourself differently. Sagittarius doesn't want you to stay still. It wants you to leap, to risk, to trust that there is more waiting for you on the other side of fear. So let yourself be lit up by this energy. Let it pull you toward whatever feels bold and alive and true. Whether that means journaling your vision for the future, finally saying yes to something you've been putting off, or simply choosing to believe in your own potential a little more fiercely, follow it. That fire within you is sacred. You're standing at the threshold now. April 20th cracked you open. April 21st gives you wings. Together they create a bridge, a path from shadow to light, from contraction to expansion, from fear to freedom. The emotional work you've done is not for nothing. It's laid the foundation for something beautiful. You're more aligned now, more honest, more awake, and the universe sees that. It celebrates that. It walks beside you, not just cheering you on, but lighting the way. One step at a time, you're moving closer to the life your soul came here to live. Keep going, keep trusting, keep listening to that quiet, courageous voice within. Because you, beautiful soul, are ready. Ready for the truth. Ready for the adventure. Ready for the magic of becoming fully, unapologetically you. Sometimes the most transformative magic doesn't arrive with fireworks or fanfare. It appears quietly, like a whisper, in the middle of your most ordinary moments. You could be sitting in traffic, folding laundry, or absent-mindedly staring out of a fogged-up window, when something suddenly stirs within you. A pattern you've repeated again and again suddenly reveals its core. You understand why it's been showing up in your life, what it's been trying to teach you, and how it's ready to shift. Or maybe it's a long-held dream you've been pushing to the side, unsure how to approach it, until clarity finally lands like a soft feather in your awareness. You suddenly know the next step, and it feels possible. These aren't just random sparks of thought. These are soul messages, invitations from your deeper self to pause and listen, to tune into your inner knowing, the wisdom that's always been there, waiting patiently beneath the noise. It's easy to miss these moments when we're rushing through our days, lost in routine or distracted by the endless scroll of external demands. But the universe is always whispering. It speaks in the language of synchronicities, gut feelings, repeating signs, vivid dreams, and even casual conversations that strike a chord in your chest. All it asks is that you notice. Keeping your heart open is part of the practice. Stay curious. Carry a journal or keep your phone nearby to jot down those flickers of insight, those random thoughts that feel more like remembering than thinking. Those small nudges can carry the weight of profound truth. That sentence you overhear on the radio, that unexpected animal crossing your path, that déjà vu you can't quite explain, they're not accidents. They're cues. They're breadcrumbs. And during this week, as the moon moves through Sagittarius, from April 21st to 22nd, the energy becomes ripe for these intuitive breakthroughs. This is a moon that brings with it a breath of fresh air, a clearing wind that lifts the mental fog and encourages you to zoom out. Under this energy, your soul gets a wider lens. Suddenly you see not just the next step, but how your steps fit into a much bigger picture. It's a time of curiosity, expansion, and rediscovering what lights you up. Sagittarius energy doesn't want you to stay stuck in the same old loop. It wants to shake the dust off your dreams. It's bold, restless, adventurous. Not in a reckless way, but in a deeply soulful way. A call to expand beyond your current edge. So if you're feeling nudged to say yes to something new, even if it's small or slightly uncomfortable, trust that urge. It might be as simple as striking up a conversation with someone who sees the world differently, exploring a new philosophy, or reading a book outside your usual genre. It might be trying a new creative outlet, or diving into a spiritual practice you've only circled the edges of until now. Even something as small as changing your routine, taking a new route home, visiting a place you've never been, or rearranging your space, can invite in new energy. And sometimes that's all you need. Just a little shake-up to get things flowing again. A beautiful way to harness this Sagittarius moon is to write a letter to your future self. Not a list of goals or resolutions, but a heartfelt message. Tell them what you're discovering now, what truths are starting to bloom. Tell them what you want to explore, what lights you up, and where you hope this new curiosity will lead. Let it be an anchor in time, a snapshot of who you are now and the version of you you're becoming. You can also sit quietly, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what truth am I ready to see? Let that question echo in your being without trying to force the answer. Let it rise gently, like a wave or a whisper. The truth always arrives when it's time. And sometimes, what comes forward surprises you. It's not what you thought, but exactly what you needed. And if something stirs within you, a new idea, a calling, an urge to explore something deeper, don't push it away just because it doesn't fit your current life. Sagittarius energy reminds us that life isn't a rigid plan. It's a series of beautiful experiments. There's no need to have all the answers before you begin. You just have to begin. Try something new. Lean in. Trust that the outcome isn't the point. The experience is. Then, as the moon shifts into Capricorn on April 23rd, a different kind of energy enters the space. Earthy, solid, grounding. It's as if the wise elder within you steps forward and says, "Beautiful insight. Now, what are you going to do with it?" The revelations and sparks from the Sagittarius moon don't disappear. They simply settle. They land inside your bones. And now, under Capricorn's guidance, you're invited to build something with them, to turn inspiration into form. Capricorn doesn't care about how flashy or exciting your vision is. It cares about whether it can hold. It wants you to look at your foundation. What's stable? What's sustainable? What needs to be rebuilt, not just patched up? There's something deeply sobering and healing about this energy. It reminds you that growth isn't always exciting. It's often found in the quiet work, the steady progress, the commitment to keep showing up, even when it's hard. This is where transformation becomes tangible. This is where dreams become reality, not all at once, but brick by brick. You might find that during these days, life asks more of you. A work challenge arises. An old wound resurfaces. A familiar voice of self-doubt tries to creep in. You may feel the urge to prove yourself, overwork, or fall back into patterns that once kept you safe, but now feel limiting. And yet, even in those difficult moments, there's a quiet strength available to you. Capricorn energy can feel like pressure, but it's the kind that forges diamonds. It doesn't test you to break you. It tests you to build your resilience, to help you remember how capable you are, how grounded you can be when everything else feels shaky. When things feel overwhelming, return to simplicity. Make a short, doable list. Focus on 3 things you can take care of right now. Find strength in completion, even if the task seems small. Those small wins build momentum. They remind you of your capacity to move forward, gracefully, intentionally, and on your terms. And don't forget your boundaries. If others are pulling at you, asking for more than you can give, it's okay to say, "Not today." That's not selfish. It's sacred. Self-respect is an essential part of growth. You're not here to carry the world. You're here to carry your purpose, and that begins with honoring your needs. Grounding rituals will be your secret superpower during this Capricorn moon. Light a candle. Make a cup of tea. Clean your space with care and presence. Step outside and let your bare feet touch the earth, imagining roots growing from you into the ground. These simple acts are more than soothing. They're reminders. They whisper to your nervous system, you are safe, you are centered, you are strong. This isn't just a time to survive challenges. It's a time to master them, to meet them not with panic, but with presence. To shift from, why is this happening to me? To, what is this helping me become? Every struggle, every friction point is polishing you, honing your inner strength, shaping you into someone who doesn't just dream big, but has the endurance and clarity to see those dreams through. The energy of this week, moving from expansive Sagittarius to steady Capricorn, is like a sacred arc. You begin by flying, heart wide open, eyes full of wonder. Then you land gently and begin to build, and both phases are necessary. One is not better than the other. Together they create harmony. Together they prepare you for something real, something lasting. So as you navigate this cosmic shift, take a moment to recognize your own growth. You are not the same person you were a week ago. You've seen something deeper. You've felt something stir. You've moved through the fire of truth and the calm of reflection. Now you're ready to lay down the stones of a life that honors both your dreams and your integrity. You're not alone in this. The universe hasn't stopped guiding you. It's simply inviting you to lead, to co-create. And you, grounded dreamer, have everything you need. Even when old fears try to creep back in, they're not here to stop you. They're showing themselves so you can choose differently. So you can speak to them kindly, but firmly. I see you, but I've outgrown you. That's not denial. That's growth. That's sovereignty. That's you reclaiming your power. This Capricorn moon, especially from April 23rd to 24th, is a checkpoint. A chance to anchor all the insight, clarity, and courage you've recently discovered. It's here to help you solidify your growth, to make it real, to make it yours. Every mindful step you take now, every boundary you hold, every moment you choose peace over chaos, it's all part of the life you're building. You're not just surviving, You're thriving in the making, with quiet grace and inner grit. You're doing the real work of becoming, and it shows. So breathe, stay steady, and keep trusting the road ahead. Because you're walking it, not just with hope, but with heart. And the universe is right beside you, every step of the way. As the days from April 19th to 24th unfold, a cosmic wave of transformation sweeps across the universe, carrying with it powerful and profound energies. During this period, one of the most magical aspects of life will begin to take center stage: synchronicities. These are not just random events, they are the whispers of the universe, reminding us that we are deeply connected to something far greater than ourselves. They are the cosmic breadcrumbs scattered along our paths, helping us to remember that we are walking in alignment with our purpose, even when the way ahead seems unclear. Think back to the last time you experienced one of those seemingly meaningless coincidences that actually felt incredibly meaningful. Perhaps you were lost in thought, contemplating a significant life decision, when the time on the clock caught your attention, reading 11:11. Maybe you were mulling over something that had been weighing heavily on your heart, only to hear a song come on that felt like the universe itself was speaking directly to your soul. Or perhaps you had a fleeting encounter with a stranger, and the words they said, though simple, struck a deep chord within you. These moments may feel like fleeting occurrences, but in reality, they are so much more. They're signs, signals from the universe guiding you with love and wisdom, offering validation and comfort in your journey. This week, from April 19th to 24th, the universe is showering you with these signs, and their frequency will be heightened. The synchronicities that appear may seem small: repeated numbers on receipts or license plates, a word or phrase from a passing conversation that mirrors your inner thoughts, or a random encounter that feels destined. But these are not just coincidences. They are reflections of the deeper alignment between you and the cosmos. They are the universe's way of reassuring you that, even in the midst of chaos, you're exactly where you're meant to be. In moments of uncertainty, these synchronicities act like little love notes from the universe, offering gentle reminders that you are on the right path. You may find yourself noticing the same number over and over again. Perhaps it's 333 or 555. And though it may seem like nothing more than a pattern, the universe is speaking to you through it. Trust that these signs are here for a reason. Even if you don't fully understand them at the moment, they serve as affirmations that you are in alignment with your greater purpose. This is the universe's way of encouraging you to trust, to continue moving forward with an open heart and an open mind, and to believe that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. To fully connect with these signs, it's essential to slow down and be present. In our fast-paced world, it's all too easy to miss these divine moments of guidance as we rush through our days, constantly connected to our phones or caught up in the demands of everyday life. But if you take a moment to breathe, to look around, and to truly see what's happening around you, you might just spot the synchronicities that are waiting to be noticed. Perhaps as you walk down the street, you'll notice a feather on the sidewalk, right after thinking about someone you love. Or perhaps you'll hear a line from a podcast that feels as though it was spoken directly to you, offering just the advice or encouragement you needed. These moments, though subtle, are significant. They are not random, and they are certainly not inconsequential. They are signs that you are being gently guided along your path, and that you are not alone in your journey. The universe is holding space for you, even in the moments when you feel disconnected or lost. It's speaking to you through these signs, inviting you to listen, to trust, and to open your heart to the magic that exists all around you. One of the most powerful ways to deepen your connection to these synchronicities is to begin recording them. Keep a journal or a note on your phone where you can document these moments as they arise. When you experience a sign that feels particularly meaningful, whether it's a fleeting thought, a chance encounter, or a repeated symbol, write it down. Reflect on how it made you feel and what it might mean in the context of your life. Even if you don't fully understand the significance of the sign in the moment, trust that it is part of the larger cosmic tapestry that is unfolding for you. Over time, you may start to notice patterns, connections, and deeper meanings that were not immediately apparent. These synchronicities can serve as a spiritual map, a way to navigate the ups and downs of life. They are gentle reminders that you are being guided, even when you don't have all the answers. There's no need to try to decipher every sign in the moment, nor do you have to fully understand its meaning right away. Simply allow the moments to wash over you and trust that they are part of a larger cosmic plan. The more you embrace these signs with curiosity and gratitude, the more they will appear, guiding you gently toward the path that is meant for you. As you move through this week, remember that these synchronicities are glimmers of alignment. They are not here to confuse you, but to reassure you that you are walking in harmony with the universe. There is no need to force answers or solutions. They will come in time. When doubt arises, as it inevitably does, remind yourself that the universe communicates in winks and whispers. If you pause and listen with an open heart, you'll hear its subtle language, guiding you to exactly where you need to be. This week, the synchronicities that unfold are not just ordinary signs. They are deeply connected to the shifts that are happening within you. You may have recently found yourself questioning your life direction, contemplating whether you are on the right path or if you are headed in the right direction. It is in moments like these that the universe will send you signs, like a billboard with the word courage written boldly across it, or a random conversation that offers a nugget of wisdom you needed to hear. These synchronicities are not random, they are purposeful. They are affirmations from the universe that you are on track, even when things don't yet make sense. The universe is showing you that everything is aligning for you, and you are exactly where you need to be. One simple yet powerful way to connect more deeply with these synchronicities is by creating a nightly ritual. Before you go to sleep, take a few moments to reflect on the day and think about one synchronicity that stood out to you. Perhaps it was a moment of clarity, a word that caught your attention, or an unexpected encounter. Take a moment to say thank you to the universe, expressing gratitude for the sign and for the guidance it provided. This small gesture is like sending a wave of appreciation back to the cosmos, acknowledging the connection between you and the greater universe. As you build this ritual, you'll find that your sense of trust and wonder will deepen, and you will become more attuned to the signs and synchronicities that surround you every day. If you find yourself experiencing a range of intense emotions during this time, joy, sadness, hope, anger, or a mixture of them all, know that you are not alone. This week, the emotional energy in the air is strong, and it may feel like you are being tossed around by a storm of emotions. But these emotional storms are not to be feared. They are part of the alchemical process of transformation. Just as a powerful rainstorm clears away the old, these emotions are clearing away the remnants of the past, making space for the new, for a deeper alignment with your truest self. Emotions like grief, anger, and sadness are not signs of weakness. They are the soul's way of healing. When you experience intense emotions, whether they come out of nowhere or feel like a lingering undercurrent, honor them. Allow yourself to cry if the tears come. Crying is not a sign of being broken. It is a way to reset, to release what no longer serves you. If anger rises within you, let it out in a healthy way. Scream into a pillow, take a brisk walk, or dance it out. Movement is a powerful way to release emotional energy, and it can help you reconnect with your body and your spirit. When you allow yourself to feel deeply, you are making room for new emotional clarity, a clarity that will help you move forward with a greater sense of purpose and direction. The emotional storms you may encounter this week are not signs that you're falling apart, but rather that you are transforming. Your soul is shedding the old layers that no longer serve you, and in their place, new wisdom and clarity are emerging. Trust that these intense emotional waves are part of a sacred process that is helping you step more fully into your authentic self. Each emotion, whether it is joy, sorrow, or anger, carries with it a valuable message. By honoring these emotions, you allow them to do their work of healing and transformation. And finally, as you navigate the intense emotional weather of this week, remember to be gentle with yourself. Treat yourself with the same compassion and care that you would offer a dear friend who is going through a tender time. If you need space to process your feelings, take it. If you need connection, reach out to someone who understands you, someone who can hold space for your emotional journey. Even a few minutes of checking in with a supportive friend can make a huge difference in your sense of peace and clarity. This week, the universe is inviting you to trust in the process, to surrender to the flow of life, and to allow the synchronicities, the emotions, and the signs to guide you toward your next step. You are not alone in this journey. The universe is holding you, guiding you, and cheering you on as you continue to evolve and transform. Keep your heart open, stay curious, and trust that you are being led exactly where you need to go. In the midst of all of this, don't forget to pay attention to your dreams. With the cosmic energies of Scorpio and Sagittarius in play, your dreams are becoming a powerful tool for guidance. Scorpio brings depth, intuition, and the ability to dive deep into the subconscious, while Sagittarius offers the truth-seeking clarity to help you understand the messages your dreams are trying to convey. Your dreams may be vivid, strange, or even otherworldly, and they are offering you insights that your waking mind may not yet grasp. As you continue through this week, pay attention to the symbolism that emerges in your dreams. It might be a road, a key, an open door, or perhaps a face you haven't seen in years. These are all messages from your subconscious, offering guidance for your journey. Scorpio encourages you to dive deep into emotional memory and intuition, while Sagittarius helps you see the bigger picture. Trust that your subconscious knows exactly what it is doing, and allow yourself to be curious about the insights that arise. In this time of transformation, both the signs in your waking life and the messages from your dreams are pointing you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. These synchronicities, these emotional storms, and these dream messages are all working together to help you step into your highest potential. Keep your heart open, trust the process, and embrace the magic that is unfolding around you. You are not only surviving, you are thriving, and the universe is with you every step of the way. Dreams are more than just random images and sensations that drift in and out of our sleep. They are profound whispers from the deepest parts of our soul, speaking in a language that is both symbolic and intuitive. If we pause and truly listen, we can hear the messages they carry. Messages that offer insights into our inner worlds, our healing processes, and our growth. So many of us go through life with little awareness of the deeper meaning of our dreams, dismissing them as mere fragments of the mind. However, these fleeting moments of consciousness are far more than that. They are glimpses into the unseen, the subtle energies that govern our existence. In this fast-paced, often chaotic world, we forget that we have an inner compass guiding us. Dreams serve as this compass, gently nudging us in the right direction, helping us navigate the twists and turns of our lives. Whether we are conscious of it or not, the wisdom our dreams offer is always available. And as we continue to wake up to the power of our own intuition, it's important to understand that the messages from our dreams are an integral part of the process of spiritual awakening. They are not random. They are invitations to tune into the vast well of wisdom that resides within. The act of keeping a dream journal is one of the most transformative ways to begin connecting with the language of your soul. Having a notebook by your bed gives you the opportunity to capture the essence of the dreams as soon as you wake up, before the fleeting images fade into the mist of your waking mind. You may not always remember every detail, and that's okay. The point is to capture what you can, whether it's a face you saw, a feeling you experienced, or even a color that stood out. These seemingly insignificant details are often the keys to unlocking deeper meanings. Over time, you'll begin to notice patterns emerging, symbols that appear repeatedly, and themes that seem to guide you towards something greater. It's essential to approach the practice of dream journaling with an open mind and heart. The process is not about trying to make sense of everything immediately. Rather, it's about building a relationship with your dreams, giving them space to reveal their secrets in their own time. You may find that certain dreams continue to surface, almost like a gentle reminder that your soul is trying to communicate something important. Don't rush the process. Let the message unfold naturally. This is an invitation to deepen your connection with your inner self and to trust the wisdom of your dreams. Even if you don't have the patience for writing or aren't sure where to begin, consider using a voice recorder or your phone to speak into. Sometimes, speaking your dreams aloud gives them a new kind of life. As you speak, you might start to notice things you hadn't seen before, and you may find that the dream begins to reveal itself more clearly through the act of verbalizing it. This is yet another way of tuning into the deeper currents of your subconscious. The emotional imprint left by a dream is often the most important part of its message. While the images themselves can be bizarre or nonsensical, it's the way you feel after waking up that truly offers the insight. Maybe you wake up feeling light, joyful, or even excited, as if something in your soul has been touched or awakened. Or maybe you wake up with a sense of heaviness, as though something has been unearthed that needs attention. The emotional residue is the key to understanding what your soul is trying to process. If you wake up with a feeling of peace and serenity, it's likely that the dream is pointing you towards something positive, something that is helping you expand. On the other hand, if the dream leaves you feeling unsettled, it might indicate that there is an area of your life that requires healing or introspection. For those of you who might feel apprehensive about the dream world, it's important to remember that the subconscious is not here to harm you. It is simply a mirror of your inner state. Sometimes, unsettling dreams are necessary because they help us confront unresolved emotions or hidden fears. Rather than resisting these uncomfortable feelings, try to approach them with compassion and curiosity. After all, your soul is always working in your favor, even if the messages it sends you feel a bit jarring at first. Trust that every experience, no matter how uncomfortable, is part of your growth and healing. In addition to journaling and speaking your dreams aloud, creating a sacred space for dreaming is an essential practice. This could be as simple as setting an intention before you go to bed, allowing yourself to open up to the messages that await you. A gentle bedtime ritual can create a sense of peace and receptivity, preparing your mind and soul to receive the wisdom that comes through in the dream state. Taking a few slow, deep breaths before sleep, focusing on grounding your energy, and affirming that you are open to receiving guidance from your dreams can help you tune into this deeper wisdom. A soothing crystal like amethyst, known for its calming and clarifying properties, can be placed beside your bed to invite peace and clarity into your dream space. Between April 19th and 24th, the energies surrounding you are particularly potent. The veil between the conscious and subconscious is thinner during this time, making your dreams especially vivid and insightful. During this week, your soul is speaking to you more directly, offering you guidance that is not only personal, but cosmic in its magnitude. It's as if the universe has turned on a spotlight to illuminate the path ahead, and your dreams are the guideposts. This is the perfect time to pay close attention to the symbols, the emotions, and the messages that arise as you sleep. Don't let the complexity or strangeness of these dreams discourage you. Instead, trust that they are pieces of the puzzle of your life, and each one is a step closer to understanding the bigger picture. The messages you receive during this time are not just for you to understand, they are also an invitation to align more closely with your true path. Your soul is nudging you to embrace your fullest potential, to step into your power, and to trust the process of your own unfolding. The dreams that arise during this period might seem strange or unexpected, but that's the nature of transformation. It often appears in forms we don't fully understand at first. Trust the process. Your soul is always leading you to exactly where you need to be, even when the way isn't clear. Each dream is a step in the journey of awakening, and each night you sleep brings you closer to the truth of who you are. As the days unfold, it's important to remember that your voice matters. Between April 19th and 24th, there is a palpable shift in the energy, urging you to speak your truth, to step into your authenticity, and to let your inner light shine. You might feel a strong pull to express something you've kept inside, to share your feelings with someone who has been waiting to hear them, or to begin a project that has been lingering in your heart. This is not just a passing phase. It's a cosmic invitation to align with the truest parts of yourself. Your voice, your truth, is not just important, it is essential. Your words carry power. They can heal, inspire, and create ripples of transformation in your life and in the lives of others. For those who have been holding back, who have been afraid to speak their truth, know that the universe is supporting you. It is cheering you on, encouraging you to step into your full expression. The fear and hesitation you may feel are simply remnants of old patterns, outdated beliefs, and fears that no longer serve you. The time has come to release them and let your voice rise. It doesn't matter how small or big the truth is. What matters is that you speak it, whether it's in a personal relationship, a work situation, or with yourself. Speaking your truth is an act of reclaiming your power. For some, this might feel like standing at the edge of a cliff, heart pounding with anticipation, unsure of what will happen when you take that leap. But know this, taking that leap is not just for you. It's for everyone who needs to hear your voice, for everyone who will be inspired by your courage, and for everyone whose life will be touched by your authenticity. Your truth is a light, and it will shine brightly once you let it out into the world. If you're unsure where to begin, start small. Write a letter to yourself, a letter that speaks to your innermost desires, fears, and hopes. You don't have to share it with anyone. This is for you. Allow it to be a release, a clearing of the space within you. Or if you prefer, speak into a voice memo, allowing the words to come freely as if you were speaking to a trusted friend. This simple practice will help you reconnect with your voice and begin to express what has been lying dormant inside. When you're ready to share your truth with others, choose someone who feels safe, someone who will listen with an open heart and without judgment. Speak slowly from the heart and allow the words to flow naturally. Trust that the right people will hear you and that the act of speaking your truth will bring about healing, not only for you, but for those around you. Remember, this period is not just about speaking your truth, it's about celebrating it. Your voice is a unique expression of the divine. It is your gift to the world, and it is time for it to be heard. Trust the process, embrace the guidance you are receiving through your dreams, and step into your power. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. And every step you take is a step towards the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. The universe is always with you, supporting you on this incredible journey of self-discovery and transformation. You've got this. Keep going. To support yourself during this week of profound energy, consider engaging in a simple yet powerful ritual. Stand tall, feeling the earth beneath your feet, and place your hand gently on your throat. Feel the warmth of your touch and the energy flowing through your hand. As you connect with this spot, take a deep breath and softly say to yourself, "My voice matters." This is more than just a statement. It is a profound act of self-empowerment. When you speak those words, you are not just uttering them. You are stepping into your own strength. It's an invitation to connect with your inner truth, your authenticity, and your divine expression in the world. In the moments when nervousness rises within you, as it often does when we are faced with sharing our truth, remember to pause. Breathe deeply. Remind yourself that your voice, your story, your truth, no matter how messy it may seem, is valid. It doesn't need to be perfect. It simply needs to be yours. And the more you lean into that truth, the more empowered you become. You are allowed to evolve, and your expression is a living, breathing thing. Don't judge yourself for the way it unfolds. It is unfolding exactly as it should, and you are just the vessel through which it flows. This week, from April 19th to April 24th, presents a sacred doorway, a cosmic window into authenticity. And each time you choose to share your truth, in whatever form it takes, you are planting seeds. Seeds for a life that is rooted in honesty, vulnerability, and courage. Your choices, your actions, the words you speak, they are all contributing to a more empowered, honest life. And while the process may seem gradual, each small act of bravery is leading you closer to a deeper alignment with your soul's path. Don't feel pressured to take a giant leap. You don't need to rush this process. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. You simply need to take one step forward and then another. Trust that your voice is ready, even if it's shaking. Trust that the universe is listening, and it's ready to support you as you step into the fullness of who you truly are. There's something deeply sacred about the time between April 19th and April 24th. This is not merely another week to pass through. This period acts as a spiritual checkpoint. It's a moment for the universe to gently ask, "Are you ready for the next chapter of your life?" This isn't just about a passing phase filled with cosmic energy. This is a sacred pause, a time for you to get real with yourself about where you are, where you've been, and where you want to go next. The universe is offering you a space to reflect, to realign, and to recalibrate your path. Think of it like standing at a crossroads. The energy of this week is inviting you to take stock of your journey so far and reflect on what comes next. What have you learned? What have you released? And what new truths are emerging within you? You might not have all the answers, but you can feel the pull toward something new, something more authentic. This moment is giving you the space to listen deeply to your heart, your soul, and the whispers of the universe. Every feeling that rises to the surface during this week is important. Whether you're feeling joy, fear, grief, excitement, or frustration, know that these emotions are not random. They are sacred signals, messages from your deeper self, pointing you toward what's ready to evolve. You might experience a series of synchronistic events, seemingly small coincidences that stop you in your tracks and make you reflect. These are not random either. They are divine nudges, helping you move closer to your truth, helping you see the patterns in your life, and guiding you toward the next step in your evolution. Challenges may also arise, but they are not obstacles. They are opportunities. If something is uncomfortable, it's simply because you're being stretched. And stretching is a necessary part of growth. The universe isn't trying to punish you. It's trying to align you with a higher version of yourself. When faced with challenges this week, ask yourself, what am I learning here? What is this situation inviting me to release? Even the most difficult moments are working to shape you into someone who is more deeply aligned with your soul's purpose. At this moment, your choices hold significant weight. The decisions you make now are not random. They are carving the path for what's next in your life. If there is something you've been avoiding, a conversation, a truth, a change, this week may gently, or not so gently, bring it to the surface. The energy of the week is urging you to face whatever it is you've been putting off, because avoiding it will only keep you stuck in cycles that no longer serve you. And while this process may feel uncomfortable, know that it is an essential part of your growth. When you face these truths, even in small ways, you're moving forward. You're clearing the space for something more aligned with your highest self. It's okay not to have all the answers. You don't need to know everything right now. All you need to do is stay present. Begin each day with a quiet intention. Something simple like, I'm open to what the universe is showing me today. Then, as the day unfolds, pay attention. What catches your eye? What draws your focus? What conversation, feeling, or thought makes you pause and reflect? These moments are not coincidences. They are your soul speaking to you. Pay attention to them. Explore them with curiosity. Ask yourself, what is this moment teaching me? What do I need to release? The answers are already inside you. Sometimes, it just takes a moment of stillness and openness to hear them. By staying curious, you allow yourself to be in motion. Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, you start to see them as opportunities to learn, to grow, to expand. And as you move through the week, remember that courage, no matter how small, is a superpower. Being brave doesn't always mean making bold, sweeping changes. Sometimes courage is simply saying no to something that doesn't serve you. Sometimes it's speaking up when you'd rather stay silent. Or perhaps it's trying something new, even when your heart races with uncertainty. Every time you act with courage, you are making a conscious choice to align with the truest version of yourself. And the more you choose that version of yourself, the more empowered you become. You can anchor this energy of courage and growth with a quick ritual. Light a candle, take a few deep breaths, and say to yourself, I'm ready for my next chapter. Let those words sink deeply into your heart, feeling the weight and power behind them. As you say them, imagine the universe hearing you, ready to respond. It is cheering for you, as it always has been. It's waiting for you to step forward and claim the life you've always known is possible. This checkpoint in time is a gift. It's an opportunity to grow into more of who you truly are. So, show up for it. Be honest with yourself. Be brave in the face of what's uncomfortable. And most importantly, trust that you are not just passing through this week. You are being shaped by it. The choices you make now will influence the path ahead, helping you carve a way forward that is more aligned, more authentic, more you. As emotions rise and fall this week, don't be alarmed. You might find yourself feeling a mix of intense emotions, joy, sadness, frustration, hope, all swirling together. These aren't signs that you're lost. They are signs that you are shifting, evolving, and transforming. It's like a storm clearing away the debris of the past, making way for new growth. If you feel the need to cry, let the tears flow. If you need to scream, do it. Perhaps into a pillow first if you need a bit of release. These feelings are just energy moving through you. Let them pass through you with grace and without judgment. Each emotion is helping to clear space for healing, for clarity, and for your next step. Take extra care of yourself this week. The energy is intense, and self-care is essential. Take a warm bath, light some soothing incense, or listen to gentle music. Talk to someone who understands. Surround yourself with supportive energy. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. It may not always feel easy, but it's all part of the process of transformation. Dreams may be especially vivid or strange this week. With the energy of Scorpio's deep intuition meeting Sagittarius's quest for truth, your subconscious is a powerful guide. Pay close attention to your dreams and consider keeping a journal by your bed. Write down everything you remember, no matter how odd or unclear it may seem. Your dreams are speaking to you in symbols and metaphors. They are guiding you toward what's next in your journey, offering you insight, wisdom, and signs of what's to come. This is your time. Trust yourself. Trust the process. You are not walking this path alone. The universe is walking beside you, cheering you on, whispering in your ear, "You're ready. Keep going. Stay open. Your truth is unfolding, and you're exactly where you need to be." The path ahead is filled with possibility, and the energy of this week is the catalyst you need to take that next step toward a life that is more authentic, more aligned, and more yours than ever before.